What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. Get the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now look at 56. Lucky.
2nd down, Mayfield. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, over here. 14.
On first down, Wilson. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They run it with Carson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Tempo. Slow it. Tempo. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Big jumbo. Shotgun. 19. Hey, over here.
Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Carolina getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39
right,
on second and 10.
Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, Mayfield again. That's Samuel, caught left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
he would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. This is Carson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Carson. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's caught, Lockett. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he stopped immediately there. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Be ready for one word. Be ready for one word. 95, 95. Let's go, 14. Gotta go. Gotta go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Ohio!
Now it's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And they'll go on the ground. And a loose football. And the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Janikowski bang. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. He hits Baldwin right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Set. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the interception, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Here we go now.
On second down, McCaffrey. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Gone. Here we go now. 3-19.
Mayfield to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. Got his target, Samuel. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. First down throw from Mayfield. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
A second down throw for Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gone! 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 Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And the blitz does come. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
Spread left! Spread left! Well. Gotta go.
Wilson now throwing again. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Carolina getting set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Gone!
2nd down, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Now Mayfield. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Wilson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
14. Shotgun. 18. Gotta go.
Throwing is Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
95.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Go.
first down, Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
14, money. There. Switch.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Gun! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
On the run, Darkwan. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Joshua Perkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. And oh, it's blocked. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run again with Carson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now Wilson to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Hey.
And they'll run it here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 50, check 50.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Wilson on the keeper. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's third down.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. They come out here in the eye. On third down, it's Carson. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Carolina getting set to take the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Perkins. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have, where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
14, 18, 18. Tempo, tempo. Foot left, foot left. Gotta go.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
14, run
it. One last shot for Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. This from long, very long. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one, and they walk off the field, and obviously they don't feel great about themselves.